What's going on, everyone, and welcome to this week's status report video. This week we're going to be talking about improvements with the infected AI, private shards or hives coming into the game, and also some updates about the new weapons. You see a picture right there in the back of the AK-74U. We'll be seeing some more pictures of that, and then also talking about the weapons a little bit more. So, changes and improvements to infected AI. First, we have stealth as a viable method of tactics versus AI. I am really a big fan of this. Just think about how many times you were trying to sneak up on someone and you had a zombie or a few zombies aggro on you even though you were being sneaky. So glad that, trying to be a little bit more stealthy is now a tactic that can work against zombies. And then we have vastly reduced range of vision on the zombies. Now, I am also a big fan of this one because if you play DayZ at all right now, it's insane how far the zombies can see you from. So definitely a fan of this as well. And then we have smaller corner-to-corner cone of vision. And also the last there on the list, infected hearing ability refactored to complement stealth as a viable gameplay method. So I'm glad to see that people who are more stealthy in towns that try to not make too much noise or try to not be seen will actually benefit a lot from this. This is definitely something that we needed, and I'm glad to see it's getting worked on. Let's move on and see what else we have this week. So they are currently working on adding new ways of restraining players with rope, duct tape, or wire. They recently added metal wire to the 0.50 experimental, so hopefully we will start seeing those new ways of restraining players. Also, they are looking into the ability of using duct tape over a restrained player's mouth, and that way you can mute them. So if you have restrained someone and you don't want them to talk, then you can use duct tape over their mouth. That's something they're trying to figure out how they can get working, and hopefully if they can, I would really like to see that some new ways for people who play the bandit role to really play that role a little bit better now, with new ways to restrain people and even mute them after restraining them. And then also, if you didn't know, the first working iterations of horticulture and barricading are now in 0.50 experimental. So if you haven't seen that yet, go back and check out my last video. I did showcase everything that was in the 0.50 experimental update this week, including horticulture and barricading, which is now in as well. On to our next slide, we have a little bit of an update on women's clothing again this week. They really have been working on this because just about every week we have an update about women's clothing. So we'll get to see how it is when it comes out, but it looks like they are working hard on that right now. Also, we have a new zombie. They did recently add the old man zombie. Now we have another one they're working on, and they're calling this one the farmer zombie. We'll get to see how this one looks like when it comes into the game. No pictures have been released. Really hoping for a picture maybe in the next status report or in the next week sometime. And then we have private shards or hives. So the architecture has been completed to support and rent private shards of the central hive. So basically, on these servers, the owners of the server will be able to do things like have a whitelist of players who can join the server. So that kind of takes care of a lot of the issues right now. It takes care of the hackers because you have a whitelist of people who can join, and it's easier to narrow down if someone was hacking or doing anything like that, and be able to ban them from the server. So kind of glad that they're working on these servers and getting them ready for people to rent. They did say once game server providers have completed the final touches to support these servers, we will start to see them in the server browser. So glad to see that these are coming, and it really does take care of a lot of the issues that we cannot avoid on the normal, just regular DayZ public servers. So next we have weapons. They did say that work continues on the AK-74U and the AK-74. We have two pictures this week of the AK-74U, which you see them right there on the bottom. Really cool looking weapon, and can't wait until this one is in. And then we have an update about the AUG or AUG. They said that they need a bit more time on this weapon, but they have some pretty big plans for it. And then they followed that up by saying that they're working on having the ability to convert the AUG from just a carbine with the built-in optics to an H-bar with an ACOG and the right parts for it. So I can see from there that they are working on a lot of customization, it looks like, for this weapon. which is pretty nice to see. It looks like this is going to be one of those weapons that you got a lot of attachments for and stuff like that, a lot of ways you can customize the weapon. Let's move on to our last slide and see what we have there. Alright, so on the last slide we always have the art, animation, design, and programming that they're working on for this week, and if you want to, you could pause the video and read those. Definitely some interesting stuff on there as always, and I did want to thank you all for watching this video, and if you do enjoy this series, be sure to hit that like to show your support, and if you are new, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. If you didn't see the last video, it was a new video showing all the new stuff that came into experimental this week, so make sure to go back and check that out. Link to it will be down in the description. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next time.